All right, we're going to have a look at what was once thought to be a possible wave of the future for human housing needs, the Dymaxion house, based on designs by Buckminster Fuller, I do believe, and it featured easy mass-produced parts, energy-efficient systems, modern material, and beautiful styling.
So you say.
So they say. Tour the Dymaxion home now. A new way of living for 1946. Let's have a look. Oops. And here's some early prototype of what the community would have looked like. Look at whole rows of Dymaxion houses on a little street cul-de-sac.
That just sounds pleasant.
Your house comes shipped like this on a freight car or in a truck.
Much like how Sears used to send houses by train.
Takes 10 men, 2 days to fully assemble the house. Based out of Wichita, Kansas. They can produce up to 250,000 homes a year. Isn't that amazing? Here's some actual photos of the back in the day when it was first built and designed, including some blueprint sketches and drawings here. Take a closer look inside the house of how it's put together and the features. Alright, we're getting closer. Made of exciting new modern materials like polished brushed aluminum, plastics, and naugahyde, plexiglass, lumite, fabricoid. I have no idea what fabricoid is, but we're going to go have a look. And this has been on display here for probably 15 years or 20 years, maybe.
2370 to 1946. We are just covering everything today.
I'm going to be at least 5 or 6 videos out of this trip. All right, here we are visiting our Dymaxion house.
Dwelling machine. Or Dymaxion house, as it's now known.
If we could make
Only
it.
one of its kind. This is a combination of the only 2 prototypes ever built.
Really?
It's considered tension architecture. The whole house is suspended from its center mast by these 12 cables that you see going around the house. There is no foundation per se under the house. You just have your anchors and stabilizers. It was meant to address the housing shortage in 1946 after all of our men and women from World War II were coming home. Right now we have a shortage of affordable housing. Back then they had no housing. So it needed to go to production right away, and he kept changing the plans, so the investors walked. He partnered with Beach Aircraft, and they were the ones who were making the bombers for the war. So after the war, there was no need for bombers. So they they needed $10 million to retool the factories to mass produce these. They used the surplus materials to make this, the aluminum, plexiglass, the steel, the other plastics that you'll see around here, the naugahyde and stuff like that. And of course they didn't get it. Now, with that being said, after the company broke up, both prototypes went to auction. William Graham bought both of them. He was an investor. Built one on top of the other with brick extensions. Lived in it for 22 years, raised 6 kids in it. But not how it's laid out here. So when we got it, it was donated to us after Mr. Graham passed. And we took all the bits and pieces that he had left over and obtained our Buckminster Fuller's original plan, the floor plan, and put it back together as close as possible as we could. You'll notice when you go into the second bedroom, there's some cutouts and cutaways because there were things we were missing. We just weren't able to obtain them, or they were in too poor shape to reutilize them.
Interesting.
Now you said that he bought both of the prototypes and he had them on top of each other?
Yeah, he actually, and you'll see it when you come out. Stop and watch the video over here. He took both of them because we only have it 18 inches off the floor here. But it was originally meant to be up much higher, and your carport would be underneath. Okay. We only have it 18 inches because we have a roof. Okay, and we've got a giant fin up there. If you didn't notice it when you were coming in, like if you step all the way back here, you can see the fin, and it would actually spin and turn around. Tim inside will tell you more about that and its features. But yeah, it's he did build one right on top of the other. So he had like an upstairs and a downstairs.
So there were only two ever really built, and there's no other one now actually in existence anywhere then, because it was all taken and put together to make this one. Okay. We toured it when it first opened like 15 or 20 years ago here, me and my son.
When everybody was in costume and pretending
But there were no
see.
interpreters or guides here when we saw it. We just came and walked around it and really didn't hear anything about the
that's so
details of
sad.
it.
When we first started presenting it, we did it everybody in 1940s garb.
That would be really cool.
That they were selling it.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
It was kind of neat.
But it's nice to have an expert here to tell us a little bit more about it.
Oh, wait till you hear Tim inside. Seriously, he's
I do have a
awesome.
question already. It popped into my mind though. Would have the original had the plexiglass
Yes.
windows this big like this?
Yes.
Because it's had a model of efficiency. I'm like, that doesn't seem very energy efficient.
Well, actually it is, and there's a couple of reasons why. First of all, you would have had drapes all over if you needed it, okay? These side panels could drop if you wanted fresh air to come in. You see that wide Naugahyde going all the way around? That could actually roll up, and there's screening that would go down. So you would get fresh air that way. Also, the fin would spin and draw the fresh air from underneath up through the house and down through those are all vents in the floor. So yeah, it was pretty good. You would have had air conditioning. I mean, this was supposed to be a starter home.
Right.
Back then, starter homes, the average home was 650 square feet.
Sure.
Only 60% of the homes back then had indoor plumbing. This is 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, 1,017 square feet.
All right.
So it's pretty ritzy.
Yeah, so I was just wondering about its comfort more in the winter time when it's really bitter cold outside.
In winter, you would have your fireplace did work, and you'd have a furnace in there. As far as insulation, we really don't know what he had planned for that because he never really finished the
Right.
design.
I love it. I would live in it.
I would too. Well, I don't know. You being a guy, you might like the bathroom. Me being a girl, it ain't gonna work.
I don't remember the bathroom. We'll
Here,
try
let
to
me
get.
have you step over here.
Yep, we will get to check that out.
The door's too small, but
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. You can look around, check it out.
All right, off we go.
Now, if you want,
Well, I love the arched doorway. That's pretty cool. Kind of like an RV. What do we got here? We're entering in, and there's a coat closet built in here.
That would be more.
Very nice. Lots of little shelves for knickknacks and such. Very space-saving design. A carouseling motor-driven closet. You put your clothes on shelves there, and there's like a big rotating carousel inside that goes up and around. Oh, it actually works.
Wow.
Look at that.
I knew it worked, so I thought I'd help you out.
All right, let's see the bathroom that people are complaining about being very small. Oh yes, this is quite the partial bathroom. I don't think I care for that too much, but
I can make it work.
we can make it
if
work.
I turned everything into the bathtub.
Yeah, at least it's tall enough to stand up in the shower. Better than most RV bathrooms, wouldn't you say, Doug?
Oh yeah. Better than most houses we know of people that got their houses back in that time.
And of course, it wouldn't have had a clear glass doorway in it. It would have had a solid doorway. But,
Sure.
yes, I'm sure. Isn't that cool?
That's
We changed the lighting.
lights, yeah.
Oh,
That's amazing.
we'll just turn them back on.
I love it. All right, off we go into the living room, maybe? Ventilation came through the floor. Oh, here's the backside so you can see how that carousel thing works. They put plexiglass in here so you can see how the carousel works.
That's
I
cool.
bet that's David pushing the button over and over
That's
again.
so cool.
And here's a cutaway of the inside support system. The whole house is anchored on this round foundation here with some beams coming out from it. And we've got spray insulation on the back of the bathrooms here. All your plumbing and electrical service comes up through the center. I would so live in this. I would love having this for like a summer cottage or something. I mean, this is just amazing. All right, let's see the kitchen and laundry unit. Here we are in the kitchen and laundry unit. We've got a miniature gas range, sink. The refrigerators are actually built into these pull-out cabinets here. These would be your refrigerator drawers here. A laundry unit would have been installed over here on this wall. Probably a miniature size thing to go along with the miniature size stove and refrigerators here. That's the stove. The refrigerators were here and pull-out drawers.
Interesting. You can't say it's not efficient.
I'm waiting for it to start rotating, like the carousel of progress.
You know, I was actually just wondering.
And make it into a carnival ride by rotating it. Alright, here's the dining and living room. Very spacious living room, actually. Very spacious. With a fireplace.
Half the floor plan.
Beautiful hardwood flooring. Well, plywood flooring, I guess, actually. But I like it. I like it a lot.
So this would have been, that would have been the bedroom, that would have been a bedroom 2, this would have been the kitchen, that would have been the living room.
Yes.
It's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.
Alright, well, there you go. Buckminster Fuller's Dymaxion house, made with leftover materials from World War II, with an eye toward quick, mass-produced, economical housing for all of the people who were needing homes during the baby boom after World War II. It's a shame it never took off. It got off the ground, so to speak, because I think it could have had an interesting future. Hope you enjoyed this video.